Hey guys, thanks for hanging on. So wow, Damien. So you probably know how this is going to end. This is a happy ending for the selective enforcement story. This is why I am telling you all this detail and background because I want you to know that we're winning. And otherwise, I'd be walking around filming what's going on. Although I can tell you that it's some people about to set off fireworks, so I'll definitely watch that. Some people getting along now, and he actually did influence our fella here to not play harmonica, who usually we have no influence over whatsoever. That is so cool. Um, and there's people playing chess and there's people sleeping. So I'm not at this moment keeping us from. So you got to know why we're winning, right? So this cop says I could pull over 90% of the cars here, and and basically like you have to pick your battles. Um, I said, well, there's so many laws that it's every car is illegal. That's not right. That's too many laws. You know, as Thomas Jefferson said, um, you don't even know the laws then, and then that's not okay. So he didn't get it, but he was trying to tell me that okay. So he actually said this. He said the reason I choose to not enforce the rule on the sidewalk management about structure on this box that you have here. Actually, not structure because it's on wheels. That's how we're one of the ways we're working around these things, which is all they want us to do. They just want us to technically comply. They don't care about the justice or the meaning or anything. Except he said, the reason I'm not doing my selective enforcement on this box is because you guys are here for a greater purpose. Um, and to me, I think there's also the additional protest rules where they can't interfere with our protest within somebody's judgment. I don't know where that is. Okay, so now you have officers who are telling us with this selective enforcement type of thing, you guys are okay. This is okay. Now, here's the camping ban law that we're fighting. The property management uh, fellow that I was talking about earlier, Gary Crane, I always mention him by name. He's interesting to me, and we've had some respectful conversations. He's also said some really bigoted things, and I feel like maybe we can have some influence, and it would behoove us because he's got a lot of friends on the force still, because he used to work for the police, and he was actually their armory trainer or whatever you call it, and goes all over the nation. So more about him later sometime. But what he said was you can't have, he was going into this, we have to follow every ordinance in the sense that all the laws are what keep the city livable. But when I say, okay, the city isn't livable, these people are dying out here, they're not even being allowed when they can't get into any housing or anything. They're not even being allowed to have a simple protection of a tarp unless it's just wrapped around them like a burrito, which when you're lying on the ground, not able to have a thermal barrier like Colonel and Matt, were proposing would work to lift you out. A burrito wrap of a tarp over your sleeping bag still gets you wet, and it's also still sucking the heat out of your body. So it's not okay. If you try to prop it up with any kind of chair or anything, they call it a structure, which they're defining as anything that holds anything. So our umbrella over there, my idea, it's a table umbrella, and I can't show it right now because I'm tethered to my car for the battery. The table umbrella is okay because it's not a complete, there's no stand, so nothing is holding it. Therefore, it's not a structure. Okay, so this is ridiculous. This is worship of rules, and the rules are poorly defined, and then the cops have rules basically to choose from, and they get directions from the city, our city hall, which is being governed by the powerful businesses, Portland Business Alliance, who also have an army of people that harass along with the police but even more vehemently because they're not police and they're having authority. They're waking people up with their shoes, yelling at them, bullying them, and preventing them from sleeping anywhere. Which is why that even though this is just a sidewalk, because there's some community and because we're giving out tarps, but mostly because the police have chosen not to wake people up here, this is the best they can do. So that should tell you, obviously we have a crisis if people we don't even know are coming, hearing it all over town, that you can actually sleep here. I can't film now. I have no battery. Can you guys wait like 20 minutes? I'm so sorry. I really want people to be able to see it. Okay, I'm sorry I didn't tell you that just happened. Anyway, so that's why I'm saying we're winning, because we're establishing precedent. It's not a matter of selective enforcement. It's a matter of the cops actually coming by and saying this is okay. The camping ban, in addition to saying structure, can't have a structure. Oh, that's the sidewalk enforcement, sidewalk management plan. The camping ban says, this is so egregious, if you don't know this, it's going to kill you. It says that anyone using a blanket, actually says bedding. If you use bedding, it's a campground, as in recreational camping. So they're calling every single homeless person who's just huddled in the street a campground. Same with open flame. The city told me that I could not have a candle at Pioneer Square for the vigil after our Black Friday vigil the next morning because it was open flame. So that's ridiculous. But here Mike was barbecuing and the charcoals were not hot, so it was a big flame. And this police officer looks at all of us, all of these structures, because there are structures here. I can point some out, and says, this is okay. There's also bedding. There was an open flame, there's bedding, there's structures. So what is happening with our law right there? They're not saying we choose to not enforce this particular one because of the protest. That wasn't what I just documented. They've repeatedly said on, live stream, it's okay. So I do believe that pretty soon, if somebody challenges any of this in court, they will lose. Except for the fact that our courts are very, very crooked. It's pretty amazing. Hey, 99.
Hey.
So that's why we're winning. We're totally winning. Winning, winning, winning. I'm very happy. I'm also happy because of that video. You know what? It's time for me to write this down. Instead of having a big long spiel every time and letting people know, I need to just write it down. I wonder if I can find the footage of when the cops actually said that. I will be able to tonight. If I could find the 2 or 3 times that I had them saying that, did a document, put some links, connected the dots. I think that's a good idea. So, Eldamian, are you still there? Can you tell me, and I didn't mean to ignore it so long, when you say same as the New York City Police Department, I thought that we were on the subject of selective enforcement, blatant selective enforcement. Is that what you're referring to, or was it something specific about the camping or the sidewalk management? I don't know if I've...
Hey Mary, can I use one of these cups?
You want to use it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just bring it back right there.
Yeah, the cup is
If you need it, if you need some hot water to get it rinsed out, I got some. Oh, you got hot water too?
free range. Mine is free range.
Yeah, your water is free range?
Yeah.
Is it humane?
Free.
That's awesome.
Get it. I went all over. It was free.
So where'd you go to get
To the 7-Eleven.
it? I'm glad that they're being cool.
No, yeah, there. It's
You rectified that whole thing in a day.
I went to just go ask, and to figure out what the problem was because he's usually good. My friend is usually good at telling me what the problem is, and I know
We
he
get hot water
he
from
wouldn't
the
have
various places.
he wouldn't have done anything like that without even telling me because I went in there like three
Why is
times.
this not? Shoot.
I went in there three times afterwards, and he didn't say anything, So then I said I'll bring it up then. So I was like, hey, bro, do we have a problem? And he says, no, we don't have no problem. And I says, the hot water thing? He says, dude, you can have hot water anytime you want. When did you feel you couldn't have hot water? And I was like, oh, no. And then I said, well, I was just told there's a rumor circulating. And he was like, just me. Remember me. You use me. You go to everybody else, and then this is what you get. I was like, yep, you're right. And
That's what I
glad.
was doing. That's what I was
I'm
doing. I know.
glad I don't go to nobody else. I go to this one person, and every time I get hot water. Every
And
time.
that's what I've done, and we were keeping it to a few people who did it.
Right.
The person who went wasn't somebody who's been around much, and not somebody we've really connected a lot with.
Right.
And he freaked out on the guy. So, yeah. Well, anyway, I also found that the Plaid Pantry up by not the one by Safeway because their water was kind of cold,
Right.
but the one by PSU by they tent, I think. They'll do it in their hot waters. You just have to be respectful. I don't have the time. Do you know what time it is?
Green box. Green box.
Oh yeah, the parking meter. Pablo will tell you. 114.
Oh, okay. I put it in the bag. It's over here.
Okay, so for people who are not on the Ustream, but are rather on a live stream, first of all, I love it when people watch the live stream when I'm on live stream. But if you want to come over and also participate in the chat room, that is ustream.tv/channel/vigil-tv. So, thank you. We just got the time from someone and like, where are you? You're like, did you say Philadelphia or I know you're East Coast. Can't remember. Maybe you said New York, but anyway. I'm talking with people who are in the chat room, and one of our favorites, L. Damien, says, when I was talking, said, same as NYCPD, New York City Police Department, when I was talking about these weird technical selective enforcement. And El Damien said, yes, New York plays games. It gets worse and worse until they shrink the camp. Then they make their arrests to move all. Oh, so I was righter than right.
Fireworks.
Yeah, I know. We're about to set them off, but they were waiting for me to have the battery to go film it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah. Look, 4th of July.
Where's, who is my friend who was doing that with them? Now I can't even remember. Dang it. It wasn't Pablo. Tin Man's over there yelling with, he's got his harmonica, and he says, just because I can do it doesn't mean everybody else can, and that's what the fucking problem is. He's a character. Oh boy. Happy 4th from Philly. Oh, hey. Nice to see you, DV Keller. Which in my imagination, okay, so I don't know if these people are male or female. I want to assume because I see Damien and I think first name, L Damien could be a woman. DV Keller, I think Dave. But it might not be Dave. It could be initials, beginning with Daphne or something. So it's really weird. Howdy 99. Oh! Hey 99, you got a howdy from Philly.
Right on. I like Philadelphia.
Yep.
Right on.
DV is the name that just gave a shout out.
The city of brotherly love.
Turning the camera. I am tethered to my car outlet.
Right on.
Howdy 99.
Word. Right back at you, Philly. A lot of love.
And
a lot
yes,
of love coming out of Philly.
They have you restreamed PDX, Portland, and global for now. Are you with the global net that Rise was telling me about, El Damien? Because I've been trying to figure out what's going on with that. Oh man, this whole tripod thing is a nightmare right now with the plug-in.
Oh, Mary, that was some great material right there. You just missed it.
I heard part of it.
So the guy yelling, right?
Yeah, Tin Man.
Okay.
He used to come around camp and
then
we
the
still
guy,
had.
the drunk guy, right?
Are you, well, they're both intoxicated.
Yeah,
and
they were trying to talk to each other.
I actually, okay, here's the thing. Curtis has become one of us. I mean, he really
Who's
does
Curtis?
talk. The guy right there.
Guy?
The guy right there.
Okay, right on. Yeah, no, you should have.
He's totally with us. So no, wait.
They were
I
talking
asked him if he would talk to Tin Man and see if he could talk him out of playing his harmonica right in somebody's ear. And then I came back around the block, and it looked like they were gonna get in trouble.
Is that what they were doing? Okay, I thought he was trying to get Tin Man to go buy beer, and Tin Man is trying to tell him, I can yell or play my harmonica on the tarmac. It's the damn 4th of July.
Well, you know.
It was hilarious.
I also heard him say, just because I can doesn't mean everyone else can. That's the fucking problem.
No, it was hilarious. I was wondering, I was trying to say, what are they talking about? Because both of them is talking at the same time.
Oh, okay.
They're not listening to each other and stuff, and somehow they are listening to each other.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I stood there and I was like, that is hilarious,
oh,
guys.
Oh God, he's really. Is he laughing?
Yep.
Okay, good. That's louder than the harmonica.
Yep. Well, you guys are camping. You guys got to know that. You know what? So.
Actually, that's been kind of, people can sleep through a lot, and if they don't like what's kind of hanging out, if it's really bad,
yes.
I was going to say they could get up and move.
They can get up and move. That would be the thing to do. That would be the thing to do, but it becomes territorial. So.
I don't know. I don't think.
Unless you're in your own
I think that's
home.
DJ. I don't think he's going to freaking fight them. I think he'll get up and move. Especially people who've been out.
Oh, right, yeah.
Familiar with this.
Yeah, they talk to each other. You know, everybody got their little groupings here. They know who they can mess with at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And who they can't.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, shit. What time is it?
It's 1:17,
oh,
they said.
Crap.
So 10 minutes ago.
That's a bummer.
Why?
Because my plan of being here tonight included me getting food at Safeway.
Oh.
Now it includes me either spending an extra $1 right there.
No, Mary, you could go to
It's Plaid or 7-Eleven, and Plaid I save a lot of money, but it is
Safeway on 39 is an all-nighter.
drive over there. Yeah, I forget I have a car. I'm used to taking the bus.
Mm.
I've only had the car for a couple weeks after a long time of it being dead. You had to change the spark plug. It is not an easy thing to change these spark plugs.
I imagine.
It
But,
sucks.
you know, hey, you can get it done free of charge if you rely and trust high schoolers.
Yeah, I guess I don't
Shop.
feel like doing that.
You know, auto shop.
Yeah. Supervised.
Of course, it's supervised.
So I'm not really trusting the high schoolers. I'm
Right.
trusting the high school.
Yeah, the teacher.
Kind of the same like beauty school and
Right.
dentist school.
Right, dentistry. Yeah.
There's a psychologist where they're getting their master's degree, but they're supervised. It's called Psychological Services Center from Pacific University, which is in Forest Grove, but Psychological Services Center is right on 10th and Jefferson or Washington. And the thing about it is, I wasn't diagnosed with, I was falling down, and I knew it had something to do with something. I was falling down. Nobody could tell me $100 here, $100 there.
Oh, yeah.
But a sliding scale, which for me meant $0 and 0 cents.
Yeah. To 12.
She immediate knew what was wrong with me, and she's this little girl. You know, I mean, she was so much younger than I'd ever seen any professional.
Dedicated to her job.
Absolutely, and they're under supervision. They have to ask you for permission because they videotape.
Right.
You know, but my God, I would send anybody there. They have a lot of diagnostic and help, not just like physical or medication, but
Your friend Mary.
problems.
Not to interrupt you, but your friend bought me free range coffee this month.
Free range?
Coffee.
Who?
Coffee shop guy over there.
Coffee shop guy?
Yeah.
He said he was my friend?
Yeah.
Is he the one who has the cart right in front of that building?
No, I don't think he has a cart.
Oh. He mentioned me.
Yeah.
Coffee guy.
Yeah, free range coffee guy.
Fair trade.
Fair trade. Fair enough.
I think that,
What time you got? 9?
well, it was just 1:30 a few minutes ago.
30.
Ish.
Okay, 145.
Ah, Friday.
Better hurry.
Please, guys, 20.
Are you cold?
Didn't
Are you
give it to
cold?
me.
No, I
Hands
gave
are a
you
little cold, but otherwise I'm okay.
21.
To who? Where they at? Where they at?
Did they finish the steak, 99?
I don't know. I wasn't here for no steak.
It's right over there behind the green box. Nobody's looking at it. It must be gone. Okay, so who is my friend? Hey, 99, if you talk to that person again who bought the coffee, can you find out his name and where he works specifically? Because I think you're talking about the coffee cart. It's, I think my battery is charging. Okay, I'm gonna, oh boy, it says it's low. Okay, are you guys ready to go? Okay. Okay, cause, okay, so I don't know if my battery's gonna hold up. They're gonna do some fireworks. Supposedly no sound.
No sound.
We hope. But it is 4th of July. For compassion's sake, some of these people really need to rest, so we'll hope.
Hey,
This
you
is
want to
so
know
rad.
an incense will work?
Got some incense sticks burning over there. I can go grab them. Wait, I have 2 lighters.
Using incense as a punk, that's brilliant.
Okay.
And it smells
I'm gonna go
beautiful.
get the incense because that
Wait.
way the wind is gonna blow
2
it up.
lighters and a cigarette.
What's that?
Let's do the incense.
The incense.
It's gonna be pretty because that's from our vigil, so it'll be kind of apropos. Anyway,
Cigarette would have even worked.
yeah,
Damn.
it'd work.
How come I didn't think of that?
I don't
was
know.
going to say, damn, I have cigarette.
Yeah. I guess as a. You know, I smoked for a long time. I never did that.
This one's finished. Here.
Are you doing it? Okay, this is Adam. You can't see these guys. Oh, the poor dog. How's the dog gonna be?
I think she'll be fine since there's no sound.
Well, unless there is.
I don't think there will be.
There's surprises. Okay. Well, she'll be okay.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's no sound?
There shouldn't be any sound.
No. They sorted him out so that we don't have to wake people up. We'll wait for the noisy ones. Let's see. I don't even know what you're talking about,
Okay.
SJ.
I got
The
it.
whole
Hey.
whiskey thing.
Oh.
There's no
Hey
permit
guys,
for
I know
the
this doesn't
structure
mean nothing to
of
anybody,
City Hall. Oh my God.
but
If you're not in the chat room, you're missing something, folks.
happy St. Patty's Day or 4th of July.
4th of July. Yeah, we got some wishes for 4th of July. That was really cool.
Right on.
Hi, Adam from DV in Philly.
Hello.
Hey,
TV.
a person in Philadelphia who's watching us.
Hello, DV.
We're on the global net. We're on live stream.
Cool.
We're on
Hey,
like
Philly,
Tuesday.
that's the city of brotherly love.
Yeah. They're also having the national gathering there right now, aren't they?
A national gathering.
Yeah.
Are
Of,
they?
National Occupy gathering.
Oh yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
When
Are
is it?
having it?
Right
Yeah.
And,
It's happening
and
right now.
is this something that Philly is prepared for? Like, are they?
Yeah, Philly called it. Occupy Philly called it.
They better
I mean the
be
city.
there.
Oh, well, I think they've had some issues in the city with the police, which is, I think, inevitable. But, you know, I know,
What you
I know
gonna
that
do?
Jess from Livestream got thrown in prison.
Yeah.
What?
Not prison, but jail.
But jail.
Okay,
Jail.
right.
Yeah.
I've learned the difference between prison and jail.
Yeah.
Oh my
You're
God.
right, there is a significant difference.
There
between
is.
prison
There's a
and jail.
big difference.
Let's not
yeah.
even talk about the difference
Let's
between
see
prison
it.
and jail.
We'll not go there.
But anyway, yeah, Jesse's
He's out though.
he's out, and he's absolutely has to wait for his court date in a month. So, you know, that's a really good thing to plug right now. Orange Block, OrangeBloc, is if you Google it in Portland, this is the way that live streamers and others are getting funding for situations like this. Jesse Haddon is stuck in Philly right now.
Well, he doesn't necessarily have to wait for his court date if it's a misdemeanor. I actually got charged with a misdemeanor in New Jersey, and I just left and didn't make my court date because I had to work, and I just couldn't.
I'm
go,
about to lose the battery.
I just couldn't go back to Jersey for 7 years.
You couldn't go to Jersey for 7 years. Well, doesn't he have family there?
Does he? I don't know. But it's only a misdemeanor, so there's not much they can do. Okay, these are getting lit off right now.
Okay, so Philly is banging.
Billy's banging.
So we're hearing. Okay,
Yeah, later.
today will be the hugest of all people been pouring all over the country. Pouring in to Philly. Okay, well, let's celebrate Jesse and us. Well, he's one of us, but you know, Jesse being in Philly and raising money. This is what I was trying to say. We have to bring him home. Being unexpectedly across the country for an additional month, we need to raise some money for him. So Google Orange Block Portland, OrangeBloc, or check out opdxlive.org. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go. Doggy, doggy. Ah! I just got a dog that was about to get hit by a car.
I guess they made a little bit of noise. I got the dog. I got it.
I should have stuck to my guns on that call. So what we can see is smoke. In the camping van, sleep is a human right. That's, damn it. Oh well. Who sleeps on 4th of July with your neighbors? Here comes security. Captain Clipboard.
So much for siren ones, huh?
Wow, that was so unexpected. They were supposed to be quiet. Those are supposed to be quiet ones. We didn't mean to wake our people up. I'm not gonna do that anymore. The guys are security now. Supposedly, they're not going to. Yay! Nobody's even saying anything. That was an accident. That was almost tragic, in fact, with that dog. Wow. Oh. The dog's not upset though. I mean, the tail is actually upright, mostly. My dog, one little thing like that. Yeah, I'm mostly aware. I've been learning about and watching some and catching up on Jesse's stuff. I was in the chat room today and saw him at the Jesse Haddon. Let's see. So that's like, what is that? That's, I think ustream.tv/channel/JESSEHADDEN, which will probably also connect you with Orange Block, I bet, if I had that right. Anyway, would really like to help. Yeah, so if you're wondering why I know nothing about the National Gathering or haven't seen Jesse, a little background. I've been here every other night for 5 months. I know nothing about nothing. I spend 100 hours a week doing this. Only 40 here. That was an accident. It was supposed to be quiet. That poor dog. We didn't have it leashed. It almost got hit by a car. So if you believe me, I swear to God, really an accident.
I was looking at the fireworks actually.
That's what I'm talking about.
Were they overwhelming?
Hey,
I was waiting for
to the dog, yes. Come on, if you guys asked the dog, yes, those fireworks were overwhelming.
She did not like that. I
No,
forgot all about my
because
neglect
they
of
weren't
my dog.
quiet. You guys said they were quiet. I was expecting just to see.
Yeah.
That was a little
I
accident.
think since we lit. Since
How'd you accidentally light the fireworks?
No, they lit one and it made no sound. Because
Well,
I was like ready to
hey, guys.
hey, everybody's sleeping.
So,
Okay.
with no sound.
And it backfired.
we don't
and
talk
okay.
about
nothing
little
came out,
things
and it
like,
blew up.
rainbow gatherings
Terrified the
and
dog.
things happening
Yeah,
in the
he looks
woods
scared.
unless that's what
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
actually
there's
gonna
supposed
go
to be
do.
no
If we get it
sound.
like
Well,
a
she's better.
scouting
She's
party,
like, "Okay."
a
Okay.
party that goes,
Down
hey,
the
come on,
street.
Yeah.
let's grab the keg,
Well, the,
take it out into the woods.
Is that your rainbow gathering? Is
Hey,
you grabbing a
nothing
keg and
like
running into
If
the
it
woods?
ain't going down like that,
Right.
man,
I mean,
we're-
but that was crackly.
the people pretty much
Yeah,
down here
it's
don't talk
sensitive
about
to
it. We,
sound,
because
Yeah,
I think you
That's
need to
considered to be
speak
very
for yourself
loud.
on this
I don't know.
because I hear a
That's
lot of
just
talk
it.
about the
I mean,
rainbow
as long as it's
gathering.
not
yeah, how come you just told them people that?
Okay.
I don't really
What
have
was
a
you
whole
telling
lot
them?
to say about
You know what I was
it.
telling him?
But
I was
on
telling
that
him,
side, you
these
guys
guys
can
are
have
talking
the
about
federal-
it.
the federal people
All the
over there
people
that
I've been
above you
hearing
and
about
that kind of stuff. So just want to, make
Jesse
sure you guys are
in
aware
Philly.
that
love
you're
to
gonna.
have the
I
folks here.
should
You're gonna
have
attract some
seen
really
Jesse's
undue
coverage. He's been
unwanted
doing this
attention
national
if you can
coverage in
just show them off
Philadelphia
That's it. We're done.
that has been
Yeah.
going
Yeah,
around
that
as
was the
being
finale.
amazing.
Oh well.
And they were just complimenting him.
Huzzah!
Le
Happy
grand-
Fourth.
The
le
reason that I don't know
finale.
anything is because in addition to 40
okay,
hours
puppy?
here, I
When
do
does the
60
fourth start?
hours
You know,
of
she's not-
other work
she's
related
neurotic.
to the
She
vigil
needs
that
a doggy
some people don't
downer.
know. And
Now,
I,
Jesse with the hat, right?
yeah, exactly.
The live stream guy.
Yeah.
I
The
just
one who
saw
spent
him-
the night.
I saw. Yeah, I was gonna say. Didn't I just see him the other day?
Cute.
Not the other day, no.
Yeah.
He was arrested in Philly for a short time, and then so
What about
now
the dog?
they have to raise money because he's stuck there until
Oh,
his
really?
court.
Right?
Until his court.
I saw somebody that looked like him.
Did you really?
Hat, everything, and live streaming.
Oh my God, somebody's impersonating Jesse.
Like 2 days ago.
Did you see it online or
No,
walking
right
around?
here. He was here. I talked
Oh my God,
to
there's a
him.
doppelganger.
I talked
There's
to
a
him.
second Jesse.
Really? He
Yes.
was looking like
He
Jesse and
looked
everything?
just hat and everything.